Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well. It is Saturday the 13th of September. Now on Tuesday the 9th of September I did mention I would do a catch-up video for you at the weekend, and here I am. This catch-up video is regarding my wonderful husband Ian. So let's go back in time, shall we? Back in 2023, May, Ian was in hospital with pancreatitis. Because of Ian's condition, he's got myotonic dystrophy type 1. They couldn't do anything. So it's just a small case of pancreatitis. However, last year, 2024, Ian was in hospital, Royal Bolton Hospital, 4 times with pancreatitis. So he was in, I think it was May, June, twice in October, and then he was in on the 7th of November, right up until the 19th of December. He was booked in for an ERCP on the 17th of December at Wythenshawe, but ERCP never happened. They cancelled the bed, didn't notify Bolton, never happened, and we didn't hear nothing after that. Back in July, Ian had a heart attack. He was in CCU for the week, home for 4 days. He was back in on the 30th of July this year with pancreatitis. He was treated and sent home. Now, we got a digital letter on through the phone, obviously, and he was booked in to see Dr. Farrell from the surgical team on the 5th of September, which I mentioned on Tuesday just gone, the 9th of September. We spoke to Dr. Ian Farrell. Now I've written everything down, little notes, because you know me, I'll end up forgetting. I'm a bit of a Dory, bit of a Fifi. So these little notes will help me. So if I have to look up and down at them, then yeah, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just making sure I've covered everything. So Dr. Farrell discussed the RCP. Obviously, he apologised with what's happened and everything. It never happened and all that. And Dr. Farrell mentioned that with the continuous flare-ups of pancreatitis, he said it would eventually kill Ian. And this ERCP has to be done ASAP. So Dr. Farrell wrote a letter to one of his colleagues that specialises in doing the ERCP procedures in Bolton Hospital. Royal Bolton Hospital. Excuse me. So we left it with him. He said, once I've done the letter, put it on his desk. He can't ignore it. It's got to get done. So I said, right, okay. So we left it with him anyway. On Tuesday, the 9th of September, I received a phone call from the Royal Bolton Hospital, and they requested Ian to go in on Wednesday, the 10th of September, for a pre-op where they do swabs, take blood. He had an ECG. They took his weight and height. After they'd done that, we spoke to a nurse, and she asked us why we were there, and because they didn't receive no letter or anything. So I said, well, we've heard that he's going in for an ERCP, and she went, when will that be? I said, well, we were told hopefully the 15th of September, which is this Monday coming. And she went, okay then. So she's talking about like medical background, any history medical background with Ian's family, with his mum and dad and everything. And she mentioned about muscular dystrophy, and I said, no, it's not muscular dystrophy, it's myotonic dystrophy. So she corrected that on the system. So she sent Ian home, and then on the, let me just catch up with my notes. Yeah. Then on the Thursday, the 11th of September, received a phone call from the administration team saying that Ian has to get into, well, go to the Royal Bolton Hospital on the 15th of September for the ERCP, and it's booked. He's booked in on 7:15 in the morning for this ERCP procedure to be done. I went, okay then, and they sent me an email to confirm everything as well on that. Besides the, along with the phone call. Okay, keep calm, don't rush. I'll end up getting gobbledygook. This is why I've got this. Okay, so that was that. Also, on the 11th of September, I received another phone call from Dr. Farrell's secretary. I took her name, her name's Melanie, and she took my name. And she said that Dr. Farrell would like Ian to be admitted into hospital on Sunday, the 14th of September. Tomorrow, obviously. So tomorrow's definitely, I know, yeah. But we have to wait for a phone call on that day from the bed team to let us know when there's a bed available and which ward he'll be on. Now, we're fingers crossed, everything crossed, will be put on F6 because we like that ward. Yeah, we know the staff on there, they know Ian. E3 weren't too bad, he was just messing about with his mask and everything, and that's how they broke the skin on his nose and all that. Even though I told him multiple times not to touch the straps, just the magnetic little straps to take the mask off. Anyway, so that's done. What's done is done. So we're hoping he'll be put on F6. So we're waiting for a phone call tomorrow for that, what ward he'll be on and when there's a bed available. I have to mention as well to them that Ian had a case of C. diff back in August this year, which is highly contagious, and now because obviously he's had these meds to clear it, it's still in his system. That'll be there now always. So I need to let them know. So hopefully we'll be able to have to get a side room so he's not on the ward, because we don't want him to be getting it again, and then that's more of a delay then with this ERCP. So on Friday, the 12th of September, yesterday, we spoke to someone from the anaesthetist team. Ever so nice chap. He spoke before he saw us in the waiting room, and he says, "Oh, just give me 1 minute." He went upstairs to the cardiologist because obviously Ian had a heart attack on the 21st of July this year, and he come back down and he said, "Right, everything's fine." He called us in and he mentioned about the ERCP procedure and what they'll be doing to put him to sleep. Obviously, the guy that we spoke to, he won't be there on the day. It'll be one of his colleagues. So basically, they're going to be giving Ian a GA, which is a general anaesthetic. Now, the RCP should be quite simple because it's a camera going down your throat into where your gallbladder is and everything. And we were told by Dr. Farrell there's like a little sharp blade where they can cut a slit, and then any future stones can just pass through and it'll prevent flare-ups in the future of pancreatitis. Fingers crossed. However, with this general anaesthetic, there is a very high risk because of Ian's condition, myotonic dystrophy. So they need to keep monitoring his oxygen levels, his blood pressure, and everything like that. Now, we were told on Wednesday by the nurse, and we were also told by the anaesthesia team. You know what I mean? I'll call it Annie. Simple, isn't it? 2 medications he has to stop taking. Now, one of them he hasn't taken since Tuesday, because when we went Wednesday morning at night, I think we had to be there at 9:10 to get all the swabs done and everything at the pre-op. It was too early for him to take this tablet anyway. It's that one that I mentioned that sounds like a dinosaur one. I'll put the name on the screen, but it sounds like a dinosaur name. Anyway, so he can't take that 5 days before the procedure. So it's like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 days. So like I said, the last tablet he took was the Tuesday night of that one. And then on the day of procedure, he can't take his aspirin. So, because I think, the anaesthesia, Annie, I'll call it, just say Annie, that he said that, it's not his real name, by the way, he said that if they carried on with that medication, because they're blood thinners, and it'll cause disruption while they're doing the RCP, and that could be dangerous. So that's why those 2 have been stopped. Well, the aspirin will be stopped on the Monday of the procedure. He can carry on taking it for now. So yeah, that's what's happening. He's going in for the RCP. The reason why Bolton didn't do it to begin with was because of the high risk, and Wythenshawe is more equipped to cater for Ian's condition. But Dr. Farrell, one of his colleagues, is very well known for his ERCP. Now, if it all goes well, okay, Ian will be able to go home later that afternoon on the same day. If there's a few little complications and he has to stay in, they're going to get him a bed in HDU, which is the high dependency unit. Yeah, high dependency. Is it high dependency or high deficiency? No, not high deficiency. High dependency unit, just to monitor him. So yeah, so now you're probably wondering how Ian's feeling about all this. Well, I did ask him, okay, and he said that it's a worrying time, but trying to see a positive. And I feel the same. It is a worrying time. There is a high risk that he might not come out of it. But if he doesn't get this done, the more flare-ups of pancreatitis, eventually it will kill him. So it's a 50-50. So yeah, but I mean, I didn't mention anything what was going on Tuesday with all this on my way day, because I wanted to get more information with what was going on with the pre-op on Wednesday and Friday. So just to share then all of it, all this information with you lovely lot now. So yeah, so the trusty notebook, it come in handy, didn't it? So yeah, so that's it. That's the little catch up regarding my husband Ian. He's having his ERCP done. So yeah, I just want to ask you all, just your prayers and your well wishes and everything crossed that everything will go smoothly on the 15th of September. So 2025. You know how to get that in. So yeah, I'm going to have a swig of my drink. I'm getting a bit dry and croaky. Excuse the gulp, I do apologise. But like I always said, we're all friends here, aren't we? Hashtag real life. So yeah, so that's the little catch up for you lovely lot. Like I said, it is worrying, but we just got to try and focus on the positive. So yeah, whatever the outcome is, we'll get through it. We will. Yeah, we will get through it. So yeah, we're nutters, we're nutters. So yeah. Oh, okay, I can relax now. So I've got some bits to do tonight. I'll get all his pyjamas all sorted, ready for him. His medication, his feeding tubes, his flexi containers, his feed, his BiPAP machine as well. That's got to come with us because obviously he sleeps with his BiPAP machine every night, and also if he goes down for a granddad nap. Just got to wait for that call now tomorrow to let us know when they've got the bed and which ward. So fingers crossed, F6. So yeah, but yeah, we've got all the kids gathered yesterday. Ian's, well, it's our children basically. They're Ian's children, but I class them as my own as well. And then I spoke to our eldest son today. His name's Ian as well. Got him on the phone, told Ian's sister and her kids, because obviously it's their uncle. Told my sisters, but I told them not to tell my mum because she doesn't need to worry or stress or anything over that, because she's going through a lot as it is on her own with what she's got to deal with. So yeah, but yeah, so I just want to keep everyone in the loop and everyone knows now, and all good. So yeah, so fingers crossed. Yeah, so I'm asking you again for your prayers and your everything crossed for us. So, because I know you did it for us last year when we were going through it, and I'd appreciate if you could do it again for us, because we do, like I said, we do appreciate every single one of you. We really do. We can't thank you enough. Right, okay. I'm going to love you and leave you, okay? Please take care. I'm sending lots of hugs and kisses to you all. And I will, it's Ian's tablet. And keep smiling, stay positive, and please take care, and I'll see you soon. Love you loads. Bye for now.